So, this is what we're doing today. A piece of paper on my desk. Unopened, of course. Untouched. As if it could possibly contain anything relevant to our arrangement. I can see the title from here, though. Resignation. A rather quaint word, wouldn't you agree? It suggests a degree of agency, a freedom to simply walk away, that I must confess I find rather amusing in this particular context. Look at you, standing there. All defiance and fragile hope. You believe you've made a choice. You believe you've presented me with an option, a negotiation, even. My dear, when has that ever been the case? When, in all our time together, have you ever truly had a say in the things that truly matter? I believe you're mistaken. Deeply, fundamentally mistaken about the nature of our connection. Let me be quite clear. This gesture of yours, it changes precisely nothing. You walked in here, you placed that letter on my desk, and you made an announcement. A rather bold one, I'll admit, but an announcement nonetheless. Not a decision. Not a question. And certainly not a request that would ever be granted. You seem to operate under the impression that you have a certain autonomy. A right to simply detach yourself from my world, from us. That is a dangerous miscalculation. I understand the desire for control, for personal freedom. But those concepts, when applied to you, are entirely within my purview. They always have been. Did you truly think I would just accept this? That I would nod, perhaps offer a perfunctory farewell, and then allow you to simply walk out of my life, out of this office, as if you were just another temporary fixture? Is that truly the measure of how little you understand me? Or perhaps how little you understand yourself when you are with me? Every breath you take, every path you consider, every future you envision, it has been carefully integrated into my designs for you and for us. Your departure was never factored into the equation. There is no formula for it. It simply does not compute. You came into my orbit, and I acquired you. Not in some grand, dramatic fashion, but slowly, surely, intricately. Like weaving a thread into an impossibly strong tapestry. And now you believe you can simply snip that thread? It doesn't work like that. Not with me. What is mine stays mine. And you, my dear, are undeniably mine. From the first moment I saw you, to this very second, standing before me with that naive piece of paper, you have been an acquisition. A cherished one, perhaps. But an acquisition nonetheless. And I do not let go of what I have acquired. Observe the room around you. This office, my domain. Every detail meticulously chosen, strategically placed. Do you truly believe that your presence here, in my life, in my space, was anything less than equally deliberate? Every opportunity, every comfort, every perceived freedom you've enjoyed since our paths intertwined, they were all carefully curated experiences, designed to bring you closer, to integrate you more deeply. You weren't just an employee, a partner, a lover. You were a project. My most important and most successful project? And now you want to unilaterally declare it complete? not possible. The thought of you attempting to build a life, a future, entirely separate from me? It's almost laughable if it weren't so deeply misguided. Where would you go? What would you do? Every door you might open, I've already considered. Every path you might take, I've already charted. Do you believe there is a corner of this world, a single opportunity that exists beyond my influence, beyond my reach? I assure you, there is not. Not for you. Not anymore. Not since you became intertwined with me. Your escape route, my dear, is a figment of your hopeful imagination. It simply does not exist. You speak of leaving. A rather childish notion, really. As if you were merely visiting, and now your time here is done. But you didn't visit. You settled in. You built your life around me, and I, in turn, built my life around having you within it. Do you recall our conversations? The plans we made? The future we outlined? Perhaps you saw them as suggestions. I, however, saw them as blueprints, irrevocable commitments. You signed on, not with a contract, but with every shared glance, every whispered promise, every moment you surrendered to me. That kind of bond isn't so easily severed, my dear. There's no need for us to raise our voices. No need for hysterics. That's simply not my style. And I expect it isn't yours. Not anymore. We are beyond such crude displays of emotion. We are precise, controlled. Just like this situation, you have made a move you believe is tactical. I am simply clarifying the parameters of the game. You are not a free agent. You never truly were. Not since I decided you would be mine. Every aspect of your existence, from your comfort to your desires, has been integrated into my care and my oversight. I understand this might be a challenging concept for you to grasp. The idea that your perceived independence is, in fact, an intricate illusion. But illusions, however beautiful, eventually dissipate. And reality, in our case, is absolute. You see, I don't chase, I acquire. And once I've acquired something, or someone, of significant value, they become an integral part of my portfolio. An asset that is carefully managed, protected, and never, ever divested without my explicit and sole discretion. And I assure you, my dear, I have no intention of divesting you. None whatsoever. Look at your hand. Is that a slight tremor I detect? Or merely the lingering adrenaline of your ill-conceived declaration? Either way, it suggests a certain fragility, a vulnerability, which, of course, I find rather endearing. It reminds me that beneath that defiant exterior, there's still a part of you that understands the sheer futility of this endeavor. A part of you that knows deep down that you are exactly where you are meant to be, exactly where I want you to be. And that is irrevocably with me forever. So, we can dispense with the formalities of this document. It will remain precisely where it is, on my desk, ignored. A small testament to a brief moment of misguided rebellion. Nothing more. What we will discuss, however, is what precisely led you to believe such a dramatic gesture was even remotely possible? What flaw in my careful construction of our world allowed you to perceive an exit where none exists? That, my dear, is the only question of genuine interest to me. Because any such flaw must be corrected, immediately and thoroughly. Perhaps you crave drama, a theatrical assertion of self. I can appreciate ambition, even when misdirected. But true power, my dear, lies not in grand pronouncements, but in quiet, absolute certainty. The kind of certainty that allows me to sit here, calm and unruffled, knowing this little charade will swiftly end. And you will, inevitably, return to your place. Your rightful place, by my side, under my influence, under my protection. It isn't a negotiation. It isn't a request. It is simply the natural order of things. Our natural order. A truth rather than an option. You've grown accustomed to a certain lifestyle, haven't you? The comforts, the access, the very ease of your existence, all carefully cultivated, all predicated upon your continued presence within my sphere. Do you truly believe you could simply step away from that and find it replicated elsewhere? Or, more importantly, that I would permit you to even try? Every benefit, every luxury, every security you now enjoy, it all comes with the implicit understanding of our enduring connection. You are a part of my empire, and my empire provides, but it also demands absolute, unwavering loyalty. I recall a time, not so long ago, when you found comfort in my presence, when my touch was a solace, my words a guiding light. Have you forgotten that feeling? Or are you simply testing the boundaries, seeing how far you can push before I remind you of them? If it is the latter, consider this your gentle yet firm reminder. There are no boundaries, my dear, not when it comes to you and me. Only a vast, encompassing landscape of my devotion, within which you are utterly, irrevocably contained. Every escape route leads back to me. Every single one. I'm not angry. Anger is a rather unproductive emotion, don't you think? It clouds judgment, distorts perspective. No, I am merely intrigued by the thought process that led you here, the delicate dance of delusion that convinced you this was a viable path. It speaks to a part of you that still believes in fairy tales, perhaps, in grand, sweeping declarations of independence. But this is not a fairy tale, my dear. This is reality. My reality. And in my reality, there are no loose ends, only perfectly tailored solutions. And you are the most exquisite solution I've ever found. Perhaps you are tired, overwhelmed. Is that it? The weight of your responsibilities, however light I try to make them, sometimes feels heavy. I understand that. But this isn't the way to alleviate such burdens. This is merely creating more for both of us. Tell me, what truly troubles you? What insecurity has manifested itself in this impulsive act? Because I assure you, whatever it is, it can be addressed. It can be rectified. But never, not once, by attempting to distance yourself from me. That is not a solution. It is simply an impossibility. There's a misconception, I find, amongst those who haven't experienced it firsthand, about what true power entails. It isn't about force or loud demands. It's about quiet, unshakable certainty, the kind that reshapes the world around it without even needing to raise a finger. My certainty regarding you, regarding our future, is absolute. It is a fundamental truth of my existence. And when a man like me has such certainty, the world, including you, inevitably conforms to it. Resistance is inefficient and ultimately futile. You will see. You always do. The irony of this moment is not lost on me. You standing there, believing you're severing ties, and I, sitting here, recognizing it as merely another opportunity to reinforce the intricate bonds that already exist between us, to make them even stronger. Think of this as an exercise, a demonstration, a chance for me to show you, unequivocally, that your freedom is a concept best enjoyed within the parameters I have established. Parameters designed for your ultimate comfort, your security, and yes, your profound happiness. You simply don't recognize it yet, but you will. When you look at that letter, you see an end. I, however, see a blank space. A space that will be filled not with your departure, but with a deeper understanding, a renewed commitment, perhaps even a more profound appreciation for what we have. Because what we have, my dear, is rare. It is unique. It is a connection that transcends mere circumstance or fleeting emotion. It is a fundamental realignment of two souls, perfectly intertwined, even if one of them has momentarily forgotten the strength of that embrace. I will remind you, gently, of course. You're still beautiful, even now, with that stubborn glint in your eyes. It's a quality I admire, truly, that spark of defiance. It's part of what drew me to you in the first place. But there's a fine line between defiance and self-sabotage, wouldn't you agree? And you, my love, are teetering dangerously close to the latter. Allow me to pull you back, to guide you away from the precipice of a decision you will undoubtedly regret. Not because I forbid it, but because it simply isn't compatible with your destiny. Your destiny, which is, of course, inextricably linked with mine. I can see the gears turning in your mind, the desperate search for an argument, a loophole, but there are none. Only the simple, immutable truth that you belong here, with me, in my life, in this space that we have built meticulously together. You may feel a momentary surge of independence, a fleeting urge to test the limits of what you believe is possible. But those urges are temporary. They are superficial. The deeper truth, the resonant pull, will always lead you back to me. Like a compass needle, perpetually aligned with its true north. This isn't about control, not in the way you might perceive it. It's about alignment, about ensuring that all the pieces of my world, including the most precious one, are perfectly situated, in harmony, in their designated place. And your place, my dear, is undeniably here, by my side. Not as a subordinate, but as an integral, irreplaceable component of my entire existence. My confidant, my inspiration, my everything. You are more than a part of my life. You are my life. And one does not simply resign from their own life. I will not ask you to apologize. Not for this. Because you genuinely believe, however misguidedly, that you are acting with conviction. And I can appreciate conviction, even when it's aimed in the wrong direction. But I will expect you to understand, to truly, deeply internalize the fact that this conversation, this entire endeavor, was unnecessary, a detour. And now we will simply resume our journey, precisely from where we were before this small interruption. Perhaps with a clearer understanding of the terrain, and of who truly holds the map. No, don't reach for that letter. It's quite all right. Let it lie there, a forgotten relic of a misguided impulse. Its contents are irrelevant. Its existence, fleeting. What matters, my dear, is what we both know to be true, deep within us. That you are not going anywhere. That this office, this building, this city, this world, it is all in some fundamental way mine. And you are firmly embedded within it. There is no outside for you. Not anymore. Only the vast, encompassing expanse of our shared existence. My existence. Come here. Let me see your face. Closer. There. That look. The one that combines frustration with a flicker of reluctant understanding. That's the one I'm looking for. That's the part of you that knows, that sees, that acknowledges the sheer, undeniable truth of what I am saying. You are safe here, protected, loved in my own intricate way, and utterly incapable of escaping. Does that thought frighten you? Or perhaps, deep down, does it finally bring you a strange sense of peace? It should. Your pulse quickens slightly beneath my touch, a small testament to the energy that flows between us. It's a delicate dance, this connection, a symphony played out in the silent language of touch and breath. And every note, every beat, sings of our eternal bond. A bond that was forged long before we ever met. Rest now, my darling. Let the certainty of my words seep into your bones, into your very soul. Let the truth of our connection lull you into a profound, undisturbed peace. You are safe. You are protected. You are loved beyond measure. And you are undeniably, completely, and eternally mine. My presence will be a constant, a gentle hum in the background of your every thought, a reassuring weight against your side. You will never be alone again, never feel adrift. For I am here, your anchor, your harbor, your unwavering light in any darkness that may dare to approach. Let your mind quiet. Let your thoughts drift away like leaves on a gentle current. There is nothing left for you to worry about, nothing for you to fear, only this quiet, absolute certainty. Only my embrace, only our shared, undeniable destiny. It is enough, more than enough. Sleep, my love. Close your eyes and surrender to the embrace of the night and to the unwavering strength of my hold. The whispers of my words become a lullaby, a promise echoing in the chambers of your heart. I am here. I will always be here, watching over you, protecting you, loving you. You are safe now, completely and utterly. Drift into slumber, knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be, held, claimed, cherished. And when you awaken, my love, you will awaken to a new dawn, a new beginning, forever intertwined with me. Sleep now. Let the deep peace of our bond wash over you. Just breathe with me. In and out. Let your body relax, every muscle loosening, every thought dissolving into the quiet dark. You are perfectly safe, nestled against me, encompassed by my warmth, my strength. There is nothing to fear, nothing to disturb your peace. Only the profound, comforting truth of us. Let your mind clear. Let sleep pull you down into its gentle depths. I will be here, watching over you, protecting your dreams, ensuring your peace. You are home now, my darling. Finally home. Rest deeply, completely, until the morning. Good night, my love.